Hello folks. I wished I wouldn't have to do something like this, but well, it's something bad has happened. Payday 2. It's a really good game, but the devs unfortunately are a bit less so. They're a bit less good. Basically, in a free update that's it's rebalanced all the weapons. I'll just show a quick example. Bronco, its damage has been exponentially increased. This has been increased a little bit, but the problem is base game weapon, DLC weapon. Both do about the same damage. This just like 3 damage more. A bit more accurate, but besides that, everything's the same. Pretty much. There's not much difference. Which raises the question, why would you buy a DLC weapon, Western Weapon Pack, if, you know, the weapons aren't even that different? The only difference between this and the reason why you shouldn't really use that too much now is the fact that it's got a slow as hell reload compared to the Bronco, which is actually really fast. So really, there's no point in ever using the Peacemaker unless you just want to be different. So there is, yeah, I'm not going to go into that. I don't care about all the in-game stuff. But that's just an example. The thing that really gets me though is the game has a lot of DLC. When not on sale, it reaches over $100, over £100, things like that. Base game costs about $20 or pounds. The problem is, with a game that costly, they have decided to add microtransactions. In the Steam Inventory tab, unfortunately, you will find unopened saves from time to time in the loot drops after heists. They will appear in the Steam Inventory section. To open said safes, you need to buy a drill with real life money. The definition of a microtransaction, collectively from all the things I've seen, a cheap transaction, usually ranging from any price under $5 or £5, that gives you in-game items. It does not restrict the user's access to the game. All it is basically, you want this, okay, you can do it faster. But that is usually the case. There is cases in games in which microtransactions are used to actually get things in games that you wouldn't normally get. Payday 2 did that with the drills. A cheap transaction, $2.50, £2.50, something like that. I know the $2.50 as I was watching an American streamer at the time when this all happened, and he bought one. It was $2.50 or $2.49 to be more exact. The skins aren't cosmetic either that are in the safes. They actually add stats, but I'm not interested in all the in-game stuff. The biggest concern I have is the fact that a game of such high value in terms of base game and all the DLC together has put microtransactions into the game as a cash grab. That's really all it is. They could have implemented the skins in a much better fashion. For example, if they wanted to change it and make it better for the community, something they could do, and I've seen suggested a lot, is to remove the paywall, and I would say also refund the people that have bought those drills, because taking their money for something that isn't actually going to be viable, if this does happen, I don't think that would be fair on them. And instead of putting them behind a paywall or whatever, one of the things that you could do is make them purchasable via offshore account money. As you can see, mine's is 60 million. I'm only level 75, but I've played the game a bit still. They could do that, or they could put them as random drops, just like the safes are, though at a rarer chance. That way, they are completely free, like the update was supposed to be, and with them being all obtainable in-game without any microtransactions, I'm sure a lot of people would still be, I'm sure a lot of people would be feeling a lot better with the stats thing as well. That might have a knock-on effect in making that aspect a bit better. Would I recommend buying the game right now? No. Not until the devs show that they aren't lying and actually want the community to be happy. Because right now the community is all up in arms all over the place with every aspect of this update pretty much. There is something with modding going on as well, that Lua scripts have been disabled. That's broken pretty much every mod for the game. I'm not going to get into that either. What I was saying about them being liars though, if I pull up my Steam overlay, this is from someone's review of the game. Right, that's bullshit. What is also bullshit is, prior to release, the company stated in an interview, when asked if Payday will have microtransactions, no, or rather, no, God, I hope not, never, no. But wait, that came from someone who left the company, I hear you. I understand. Here's a link to a statement from Almir Listo, who is still at Overkill and working as the unofficial PR guy because Overkill won't hire a real one for some reason. Link here, which I will show in a minute. This update has turned them into liars. The quote from Almir, bring that just up here. A word from Almir, blah blah blah. So yeah, if we have a look at this line here, oh, that just zooms out. Where it starts, the Steam page for Payday 2. Reading off here. The Steam page for Payday 2 has been updated based on your feedback. We've made it clear that Payday 2 will have no microtransactions whatsoever. Shame on you if you thought otherwise. And we've made it more clear that Payday loot bag is part of Career Criminal Edition as well. The meat of this is the fact that if you have a look, a word from Almir, producer of Payday 2. Almir. So both the people that have said this and are, the PR people essentially, the first guy left obviously, Almir has also stated that there would be no microtransactions and essentially lied through the skin of his teeth in the fact that, well, microtransactions are now a thing, and with this much DLC, it's looking like a cash grab. That's what makes me not happy. The fact that there's so much DLC, this is my opinion, I should also have mentioned. There is so much DLC for the game. Some of it is very much worth it. So much DLC for the game at such a high cost altogether when not on sale. And the fact that the game is, well, it's not free to play. You have to pay for it. That's one of the issues that gets me. The other fact is that Overkill has essentially lied to everyone. So, unfortunately, I felt the need to voice my opinion. And yeah, I tried to keep it as close to the point, but I'm not good with that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's essentially what's going on right now. A game that costs this much, with DLC and everything, should not have microtransactions. If anything, making them drop in game at the very least and taking out the paywall, that would pretty much sort a lot of this update out. In fact, it would practically sort out most of the update, like 99% of it. The reason why I didn't want to go into weapon balancing is some of these stats for weapons. Sorry about that. The fact that most of the weapons, they have got the right stats, but some of them, as confirmed by one of the people working on the game, is bugged. So we don't know what ones are bugged, what ones are not. So it would be useless going over that right now anyway. We'd have to see what the next updates so ever do for this. But yeah, I'm really sorry I had to make this, but yeah. This has been Scottish Boy Woman 2, signing out. A rather disappointed Scottish Boy Woman 2.